Imagine a village in the south of France. It's summer. Everywhere you look is hills and valley, cows and cornfields. In this village, there's no traffic light, only one main road. In this village, everybody knows someone who knows someone who knows you. I grew up in this village. And my entire childhood, I spent it dreaming that one day I will go to the big city and see the world. And this is exactly what I did. When I was 23, I packed my bags, pulled my savings, and bought myself a ticket to China. Yeah. Of all the big cities I could go to, I chose one of the biggest, Beijing. I didn't know anybody there. I didn't speak Chinese. I didn't have a job. But I went trusting that it will all be well. I arrived in Beijing in the middle of winter. Yeah. I remember the drive from the airport. The winter sun was shining through layers of pollution. There was concrete everywhere I looked. And the city, it was so big. The crowd, overwhelming. I remember walking along the streets, feeling completely insignificant, absolutely vulnerable. I could disappear any moment, and no one will know. When I was in Beijing, I usually traveled by taxi because it felt safe. I could ask the driver to put on the meter, and I knew my way around, so I could tell when they were trying to take me for the long ride. Well, I usually traveled by taxi, except for that one time. Yeah. I was late for dinner, and I couldn't find a car. So I decided to hop on the back of those little moto taxi, you know, those three-wheel little motorbikes with a small encasing at the back. So I approached the driver, and we agreed on a price. And he gave me an okay price, and off we went. Now, as we were driving, it occurred to me that I don't have change, and I will have to pay with a 100 yuan note. At that moment, I knew this was a mistake. So here I am, I'm ruffling through my bag, desperately trying to look for small change, which obviously I don't have. And I feel the moto taxi slowing down and eventually coming to a stop. So the time has come for me to pay. I hand over the money, and I receive the change. As I hold the notes in my hands, I'm playing stories in my head. Stories of families being cheated their life savings. I knew that fake notes were going around in Beijing or in China, but I had never seen one. Already I could feel it in my hand. The 50 yuan note, it was too thick. It was too rough. I looked down, and the color was definitely too bright. I look up again, and all I can see is the back of my moto taxi disappearing in traffic. I was fooled. Now, some of you may say, well, what's 50 yuan, right? It's about 10 Singapore dollars. Not that big of a deal. But to me, it was some money. At the time, I was earning a Chinese salary. And beyond the money or the value of it, it was the first time that somebody had cheated my money right to my face. And that, people, it hurts. It hurts the ego, right? Already I could hear the voice in my head, Catherine, you're so stupid, so naive. You trust people so easily. Don't you know everybody out there is there to cheat you? Yeah, that's right. Everybody out there is there to cheat me. Okay, that's it. No more trusting. you know? Wait, no. No. Of course I will trust. I will trust again. I mean, what's the alternative? Not trusting? Living in fear, in suspicion? No, not for me. Not for me. I'm not naive, and I don't think I ever was. You know, people from the French countryside, they are not saints. But that day, I made a choice. I made trust a choice. Consciously, intentionally, I choose to trust. Because only when you trust, you can see the best in people. And of course, I know that someone someday will try to cheat me. And very likely they will succeed. I mean, we heard it earlier, right? Yeah. But to me, that's a small price to pay. And for this lesson, I am glad that I was fooled that day, because it has made me wiser today. Thank you.